What is up, you guys? So I'm right now in the cinema room of this hotel that we're at, and that right there is a jacuzzi. But the jacuzzi isn't on because apparently no one has requested for it to be on. So, and it's a whole process. And so one of the main things of this hotel is that they have a jacuzzi and they advertise it a lot. And that's why we're paying more than the locals pay for other hotels, but the jacuzzi doesn't work. So we stood at the counter and we were very strong in our American accents. We paid for a jacuzzi, and they were why do you need a jacuzzi to be happy, you big fat American snobs? No, they didn't say that. They didn't call us snobs, but they gave us a look well, it doesn't work. And we were well, is there someone that can make it work? And they were yeah, okay, they'll do it. And so every single day we've been going to the counter and being is there someone that can make the jacuzzi work? And they were yeah, they'll do it tomorrow. And then the next day they'll do it tomorrow. But anyway, so today is the day when it will work, and I will show you what it's like to be on a rooftop jacuzzi overlooking the city, like the American snob that I am. But this video is about protecting yourself financially when traveling to another country that is potentially lower budget. You have to protect yourself financially no matter where you are. When you're traveling, you have to protect yourself financially, no matter what country you're going to. If you're going to a more expensive country, you have to protect yourself financially, but usually if you're going to a country where the currency is cheaper, and this country, Colombia, the currency is definitely cheaper. In fact, every day that we spend here, the currency in Colombia keeps going like this and this and this and this and this. And the currency in the US keeps going like this and this and this. It's just crazy. That means that if we hold off on exchanging our money into cash, into Colombian cash, if we hold on to our American money as long as we can, we're literally making money just by holding on to American cash and not exchanging it to Colombian pesos, it's tough for the Colombians. It's tough for the Colombians because let's say you are a Colombian working for an American company, and you're getting paid $30,000 a year. If you're getting paid in dollars, that means that your money is worth more and more and more and more and more every month. But if you're getting paid in pesos, that means your money is worth less and less and less and less and less every month. So it's just a really interesting dynamic that when when I'm living in the US, when you're in one country for a long time, you don't really notice. You don't notice the dynamic. In Israel, it's the opposite. In Israel, I remember a time when, and my family spent a lot of time in Israel because I'm Jewish and the whole background. And so in Israel, I remember a time when $1 equaled 10 shekels to $1. And now it's just the shekel keeps going up and up and up and up until now it's maybe, I don't know what it is exactly. I think it's 3 shekels to $1, which is nuts. 3 shekels to $1 compared to 10 shekels to $1 in just the span of years, a few years. And so that is really so it's just interesting to see the difference in markets, but definitely the US dollar is going up or staying up while a lot of other currencies are sinking. So it's a good time to be an American. But if you're traveling to other countries as an American, it also means that you're going to be a target. You're going to be a target for getting gringoed, this term, which means that people are going to try to scam you. They're going to try to scam you if they know that you're American or Israeli, of course. But it tends to be more evident when you're American because Americans we have a different accent. We have a different way. Israelis, they tend to blend in a little bit. There's a lot of Israelis here, I've noticed. And it's funny because they to other people, I recognize the language, I recognize Hebrew, but to a lot of people, they seem like German or French or something like that. You know what I mean? But when you're American, you stand out. So when you, like, no matter where you're going to go, you become like, as an American, you're going to be a target right now, especially for scams, or Canadian. I don't know what the Canadian currency is doing, but as an American, you're going to be a target for scams. You're going to be a target for potentially people, like, you know, wanting to mess with you a little bit. And so these are a few things that I would recommend. First of all, don't bring any valuables with you anywhere. Don't bring cash. Don't bring valuables. Your banks are going to be, you know, American banks tend to be very on lockdown when it comes to international shopping or doing anything internationally. So if you're gonna get money from the bank, you know, talk to your bank in advance and make it like a planned thing where you're getting cash, and don't take out more than like $100 at a time. Don't take out more than about $100 at a time. That's what I would say, because first of all, you're not going to spend $100 that fast. $100 is going to be like the next month for you. Really, you're not going to spend that much money. And because it's just so cheap compared to, you know, the US. And also, if you do, like, you know, keep everything very, very much on lockdown, have, you know, wear clothing. And that's what I brought. I brought like sports outfits that have like pockets and hidden places. So if someone were to try to pickpocket you, it would be very hard. It would be under your clothes, kind of like, you know, embedded into your pockets and different things like that. So make it very hard for pickpockets. And also just don't bring anything with you. So if somebody were to try to pickpocket you, they wouldn't find a lot. For me, I try to dump, like, whenever I make money, I try to dump as much as I can into whatever assets I'm investing in, whether it's real estate, or right now I'm working on some tech stuff. I try not to hold on to my money because right now I'm not in a place where I feel safe, like, holding my own money. So I actually don't feel safe doing that. I would much rather keep investing my money as I make it, instead of holding it on in a way that would make, but that's just me. You don't have, it's good to save, so don't listen to me. But like, I don't feel safe yet to save my money because I'm in a place where I'm potentially a target for like pickpocketing or scamming. I mean, we were literally yesterday, oh, this got me so mad, even though like it shouldn't have gotten me so mad, but we were standing in front of a Starbucks in a very bougie area waiting. We were about to have a meeting with someone. And so we were standing in front of a Starbucks. It started to rain, and in Bogota. So we're in Bogota, Colombia. So it starts to rain, and then Andrew's like, no. So like I was like getting wet, my makeup, hair, whatever. And it's like Andrew's like, oh, let me get umbrella. There's a guy selling umbrellas in front of the building, and I was like, I thought the guy was kind of shady looking. You know, Andrew didn't care. He just wanted to get an umbrella. And we go to the guy. And I was like, and he's selling big umbrellas and little umbrellas. I was like, in Espanol, how much for the little ones? How much for the big ones? He said, 20 for the little ones, 30 for the big ones. 20,000 Colombian pesos, 30,000 Colombian pesos for the big ones. And I'm like, and Andrew was like, I want to get the big one. I'm like, okay, so 30,000 for the big one. I repeated it just to make sure that the guy is not going to scam me. He's like, yes, 30,000 for the big one. So Andrew takes the big one, takes it out of the package, opens it up, and hands the guy a 50,000. The guy hands back a 10. And I'm like, where's the other 10? And he's like, it's 40,000. And I'm like, what do you mean 40,000? You said 30,000. And he's like, 40,000. And he gives me like this smug look, like, you're stupid. And I know that you know that I'm lying, but I don't care because you're a little bitch, you know? And I was like, I started getting so mad. I was like, you said 30,000. And he was like, and Andrew was like, just like, let the guy go. It's literally in US dollars, it's like $2 difference. Let the guy go. And I was like, I wanted to kill the guy. I was so mad because he was like, and this is classic. And they know that, you know, that they're like sticking it in the butt but it's small enough that you're not gonna like beat the guy over it. But for me personally, I would have actually wanted to beat the guy over it, because like it's like gaslighting. But anyway, that's why I really would recommend. And it's like this anywhere in the world. Like in Barcelona, it was like this, like, really stay away from the streets, stay away from people, just stay away from people. You know, you're a target. If you want to take advantage of cheap costs of living, utilities, whatever, in a country, do so. Pay the premium to be in a high rise, high security building, like away from everything, away from the people. You know what I mean? Like, pay the premium to do so, but also stay away from most people. Just stay away from people, because the same way that you in your home country might be struggling financially, and when you see someone popping by in a Maserati or a Bugatti or something, you know, they're not the same. Bugatti's more expensive, but like, you know, the same way you might feel jealous of that person, and a part of you might not actually do it, but a part of you wants to go and like take that guy's Bugatti, take his money, you know, like a part of you is just like jealous, and you kind of wish him ill will. You know, maybe if you're suffering so much, you're suffering enough, you might wish the guy ill will. You might even want to hurt him. You know what I mean? And so just put yourself in the shoes of people whose possibility, whose options are so far removed as yours, just from the fact that you speak English. Just based on the fact that you speak English, your options are so much more than somebody that doesn't speak English. So just think about these things when you travel to another country, and protect yourself financially, protect yourself in every possible way financially. You know, have like 2-factor security on your phone and whatever you do, and like, you know, just don't take valuable things with you places, and just try to stay away from people, stay away from the masses, because the masses are going to be they're not going to like you, and especially they're not going to like you if you're American, if they think that, you know, you're kind of driving up the costs in that area, and if they do like you, it's because they think that you might be a fool. And I mean, there's like a lot of really nice people, especially in the smaller towns. Like we were just in a smaller city, Via de Leyva, and people are much nicer, and they're much like, because they're also a lot of times people in smaller towns are suffering less. So you just want to watch out in places where there's more homelessness, there's more crime, there's more suffering, there's more pain. You want to watch out, because you don't want to be the accidental target of people's pain. So that's just like a rule I put for myself, for protecting yourself in every way possible, especially if you have kids, if you have like if you have, you know, valuables or anything like that. Try to stick to areas where there is a little bit less suffering, not because you're selfish, not because you hate people, not because you don't like people that are suffering, or you don't like poor people, or you're just a snob, but because you need to protect yourself, you need to protect your loved ones, and you need to be in places where you're not a target. So that is all I will say, and I will see you guys in the next video, which hopefully will be from the hot tub, because they will have turned on the hot tub. I will tell you how that goes. Bye.